Won't you spare me over till another year?
Teeter on the edge of an abyss. Your survival depends on the choices you make. They will be as a compass, guiding you through the unknown. Will you find the path to salvation, or be lost in the darkness forever? Let me speak plainly. You're about to make some difficult decisions. Decisions that will affect the lives of others. How those decisions play out will become clear over time. I expect you're wondering who I am and where you are. I am the curator, the custodian of tales. My purpose is to keep a record of everything you do, every decision or mistake you make. This is my repository. It is filled with untold stories. Stories about friends and enemies, loyalty and betrayal, life and death. Understand that I am not here to help you. Although I have been known to bend the rules from time to time. To descend into the unknown alone is extremely brave. Or extremely foolish. Perhaps there is more to you than meets the eye. Let me give you a few words of advice. Throughout the story, you will encounter certain pictures which allude to possible outcomes. I suggest you pay attention to their meaning. It could foreshadow a future best avoided. But alas, sands of time have run out for us. We'll meet again soon to see how you fared. Or failed.
Jason Kolchak, First Lieutenant USMC Force Recon Confident in Tolerant.
Colonel, good trip?
King Lieutenant Colonel USAF Rational Insecure.
Not particularly. Welcome to Camp Slayer. You're early.
Is my briefing room prepped?
Techs are ready for your presentation. As soon as we get word from the CEO, we're good to go.
You should read this.
Didn't you hear? There's a new king in the castle.
Looks that way. You are?
Careful, Clarice. That's valuable research.
Yes, sirree. Dr. Stokes, at your service.
First Lieutenant Jason Kolchak.
Wow. The briefing room?
Terry, you thought it was your PC. No, the game decided to not let me exit a certain menu, and I had to close the game down, which when streaming from the PS5 directly means the stream automatically stops. Hey there, Stubby. Welcome. That's true. As Terry said, yeah, all the characters have to survive, have to make it to the end part with the Eclipse, and also survive that part too. How's things going with you today? I hope you're having a good one. Hey there, Schiller. Welcome, dude. I'm doing really good, thank you. How's things with you? Thank you for the GGs as well, for finishing Little Hope. I got all the heart choices made, so I got the trophy to pop, so that was good. Hey there, Adam. Welcome. Definitely will. Thank you so much. How's things going with you? Spectrum, welcome back. You actually made hot chocolate with 2 shots of espresso in it. Oh, very nice. Well, that's good. I hope you enjoy it. Terry, Eric, this is true. Terry, Josh Hutchinson looking boink. Yeah, he does look like that actor. It's someone else, but it does look like him, though. What I like about the wiki for all the Dark Pictures games is they tell you who the face model is for all the characters, or rather, tells you who the face model is and then tells you what all the characters were that they've done the faces for, and also for the voices as well. So you've got Ashley Tisdale as Rachel, face and voice as well. Let me see. So Jason Kolchak. The voice of him is Paul Zino. The face model is Jack Green. Nick Tarabay is the face for Salim. Actually, no. Nick Tarabay is the voice, and the face model is Luis Augusto. And then you've got, for Eric, you've got the voice Alex Gravenstein, and the face model is David Cosieda. And then Nick, the voice is Mo Judy Lamour, and the face model is Tom Weston. And then you've got like Balatu and Kulum in the prologue. Balatu is voiced by Zaidun Khalaf, and the face model is Winston Thomas. And the voice for Kulum is Walid Hamad, and the face for him is Michael Addo as well. But yeah, they put in the character's bio who does the voice and who does the face, which I really like, these kinds of things, I like how they take the same face model, but they just change different things about their face, but they get someone new to voice them. Helps make it feel like the character is being played by an actor that they keep on hiring for different roles in the Dark Pictures series of universe. And they keep, hiring the same looking actor, but they get someone else to do the voice. You're going good, Schiller? Currently at work, and you're sure nobody will come today, so fingers crossed, you're right. Well, hopefully so, Schiller. That would be good. I'm glad that you're going well. Terry, if your character is going to look like Josh Hutcherson, he needs to sound like him. But it's definitely fair enough to want someone who looks like someone to be voiced by them. But yeah, in Little Hope, he plays the offsider to the Reverend, who gets commanded to, put more rocks on Joseph, or to, he cuts the bindings of David, who's hanging off the thing. And he's also the sheriff who stops the bus driver and talks to him, like face model wise, different actor and everything.
He always this much of a dick?
Huh. So many dick levels. This is like a 2. Wait till he turns it up to 11.
What's up, Marine? Can't you keep up?
Radio King, CIA Field Officer Commanding Abrasive. Nick K, Sergeant USMC Force Recon Defensive Romantic.
This could be our last time together, Rachel. After what happened at the checkpoint, I thought I was done. These last few weeks, you've lifted me up. I don't know where I'd be without you.
Rachel King?
Colonel King has arrived on base, ma'am. He's en route to the briefing room.
I'll be there in 5. Fuck, it's him. He's early.
Your husband, you mean? Don't you think it's about time you came clean?
Put your clothes back on. Straighten up.
All right, Rachel. Are you gonna tell him about us or what? You and Eric have been apart for a year. Whatever you had, it's gotta be over. Come on.
Baby, I just don't think this is the right time.
That's bullshit. There's never a right time.
Soon, Nick. I promise. Soon.
I'll see you at the briefing.
Shit.
You'll have to excuse the noise and disorder. We're just getting the base set up. Blows my mind. Only a few weeks ago, Saddam was living it up in here. Chowing down on candy bars while some poor bastard clipped his toenails.
Nice image.
If only you could see the state of this place now. Makes me smile. We got the CIA, we got the Army, the Marines, DIA, the Air Force. Hey, everyone's invited. Everyone wants a piece of history. God bless America. I see you, old man. Keep busting out those reps.
Hey, you come join me. Maybe I'll teach you a thing or two.
Later, we have company.
Yeah, maybe Miss here would like to watch me get my sweat on, huh? You wanna spot me, little lady?
Can see you just fine from here, thanks.
Ignore Corporal Merwin. He lacks social skills.
I guess every unit has its resident jackass.
Sergeant K. This is Lieutenant Colonel Kane. Just taking him down to the briefing room.
Yeah, gotta go get prepped.
I'll see you in there, Marine. So what's his malfunction?
Nick ain't been himself lately. We got caught up in a shooting a few weeks back. Civilian ate a bullet. Nick took it hard.
Is he combat ready?
He's a big boy, sir. He's ready.
Sheila, give me more rocks. But sir, we are out of rocks. No excuses. More rocks. Exactly. Heaps of them. Terry, also, Eric not bringing the white phosphorus or asking for additional air support. Sir, are you sure you understand this situation? Yeah, I think one of those choices as Eric you can choose to get air support, I think. Welcome back, Dr. Darling. You came back just in time. You actually did. It was funny though. I did the prologue and I had the screen on the character's information and I went out of that part and went to another part, but then it locked me out of it and didn't let me actually exit out of it. So I had to close the game down, which meant the stream automatically ended. And so the first stream session for this whole playthrough is under 40 minutes long. Fucking pisses me off. PlayStation, fix your shit. Xbox already did years ago. No worries at all, Lucinda. Thank you so much for stopping in, especially before going to work. I really hope that you have a great day at work. Hope it all goes well. Would like to highly recommend people check out Lucinda's channel if you haven't before. Lucinda has been doing some horror stuff on her channel. She did Little Nightmares 2, as well as doing a playthrough of Silent Hill 2 Remake. Also has the Hellblade 2 game lined up, and also streams games like Thief, The Evil Within, The Last of Us, Dishonored, and Bioshock. Great streamer, so definitely recommend checking out her channel if you haven't before. And thank you, Lucinda. I definitely will have a great stream. Terry, listen, Merwin is your favorite. It's so funny, the puns. Well, not really the puns necessarily, but the back and forth between him and the other guy that we're going to be meeting soon. Eric being a tool for 6 hours straight. Yeah, he has to survive too, to get the golden path. No worries at all for the shout out, Lucinda. More than happy to give you one. Thank you so much for popping in for a little bit. Hope that work goes well. And watch out for the wind. Hopefully no weird mannequins with 2 legs and 2 legs for arms. Starts running around. Terry, but like saving Clarice is important too. That's true, yeah. Yeah, I need to make sure that I abandon Clarice in the bloodbath part of the game.
Damn, Joey, they got you sitting behind a desk? You want me to make a call?
Nah, I'm all good. People who sit behind desks don't tend to catch so many bullets, you know? So this must be the one and only satellite guy.
Lieutenant Colonel Eric King. And if I'm not mistaken, Lance Corporal, that makes me your commanding officer.
Shitting me, right? Crap, he's not shitting me.
Give the Colonel full site access.
Sir.
If I were you, I wouldn't get too comfortable behind that desk.
I'm telling you, when the queen bitch finds out about this, she's gonna flip her shit.
That's my wife you're talking about.
I had no idea. I'm sorry.
Nice work, Hotshot.
Sir, I'm so sorry. Rachel never said she was married.
We've been working apart this last year. So, she's the queen bitch now. She's gone up in the world.
If it helps, we like to think of it as a term of endearment. Right. Let's get you set up.
I hope the bandwidth can cope with the data.
I'll leave the techie stuff to you.
And I'll leave the heavy lifting to you.
We got a deal, lady.
What is this place, anyway? Looks like an old ballroom.
That's exactly what it is. I guess you damn like to get down on the dance floor.
I think if his dance partner stepped on his foot, it'd be an instant off with her head.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe when we're done, I'll let you spin me around a little.
As long as you don't step on my foot.
Colonel King.
Mrs. King.
Eric, this is my team. And if you want to brief them, you clear it with me first.
This is my team now.
What are you talking about?
I have direct orders from CENTCOM to assume command of your task force.
Ouch.
Are you serious?
Have you known me to be any other way? Lieutenant Kolchak, if you'd be so kind.
This is from SOC Central. It confirms that Lieutenant Colonel King has assumed control of this operation.
I'm gonna need access to your network.
Who the hell are you?
This is Dr. Stokes. I've given her full clearance.
I bet you have.
Okay. Guess I'll go figure it out for myself.
Dr. Stokes, please prepare the presentation.
You found something?
Fuck is that? Modern art or something?
This is footage from the highly classified Kalis program.
That's supposed to mean something to me.
It's a thermal satellite system that I personally pioneered.
Oh, well, I'm impressed. Please, pioneer away.
You behave like this in all your briefings, Corporal?
Boys are just eager to catch a break, sir. No harm meant.
Very well. Satellite sweeps of the war zone have uncovered what appears to be an underground storage facility. This will, of course, require further investigation, but I strongly suspect it's where Saddam's chemical weapons are hidden.
We got you, you son of a bitch.
CENTCOM has given the green light to raid the facility and seize any weapons on site. Hostilities may be over, but there are holdout groups of Republican Guard all over the country. They could deploy those weapons at any time, so we need to move fast. The Army is giving us a ride out there in their helos. On arrival, Lieutenant Kolchak will lead the raid on the facility. Once it's secured, we'll carry out a full weapons inspection. Now listen up. There's been a change of leadership, but Rachel's operational expertise and local knowledge is just as valuable as ever. She'll be flying with us, and I want you all to show her the same respect. Any questions?
What the fuck we waiting for? I'm ready.
That's tribal territory out there, Colonel. Make no mistake. Those people are feral. I take it we're getting their support?
Nah. Too many birds could bring them down on us. We move fast in, fast out.
Yeah, that's pretty much what your mama said to me.
Hey, careful, boy. If I didn't pull out so fast, it could have been your papi.
All right, that's enough, Merwin. Sir, what's your call?
My call is to catch up on chat. Terry, listen, Joey didn't deserve all that. Yeah, Joey's just... he wasn't expecting anything like that day. Okay, you're back. You had to make sure your spawn had their instruments, and one of them has reeds. Like, child, do you have your clarinet? Do you have the reeds I just bought for said clarinet? That's totally fair and understandable, Terry, as well. And yeah, definitely need to make sure that you have everything that you need. Otherwise, getting there and then realizing it's like, oh... Hey, Inmita, how's it going? Welcome on in. Terry, you love Merwin and Joey. Yeah, their back and forth is really funny. Oh, that's excellent, Inmita. That's good to hear. As for me, I'm doing well. Having a good one. Finished off the previous game in this series, Little Hope. So that was good. Got the outcome that I wanted in terms of like getting the trophy for choosing only heart choices. But only one person survived though. Oh, very nice in Mita. Well, I hope you enjoyed your lunch. Thank you so much for joining, especially when you're at work as well. I hope that work is going good. And thanks in Mita, yeah. Getting through a lot of games too as well. Like, I think, well, having finished Little Hope now, did Alan Wake 1, Alan Wake's American Nightmare, Alan Wake 2, Call of Cthulhu, Evil Within, Until Dawn, The Dark Pictures, Man of Medan, The Dark Pictures, Little Hope. So I've gone through 8 games already in October that I had planned. And now I've got House of Ashes, then I've got The Devil in Me, then The Quarry, then I've got Resident Evil 3, and then Silent Hill 4. So I've got about 5 games left to get through before the month is out. But the pace I'm going with these games, and they're not, long games anyway, so I'll definitely be able to fit in the playthroughs I have in mind. And if I've got room for some more, I will, but I won't be too worried if I don't. As long as I get the ones that I have left that I've locked in, that's fine. Terry, there's no animosity, and Merwin is obviously married. He wears a ring, so it's a coping mechanism for them. That's true, yeah, and they obviously know that the other's not being serious as well. And I think that's cool when you get two people that understand each other like that, and they know that the other person isn't being serious, and they can have a laugh. Oh, that's good in Mitra. I'm glad that you enjoyed your lunch. And thanks for the GGs as well on getting that outcome. It was really cool to choose all those heart choices, because sometimes it's tough because you only get sometimes you'll get 2 head choices. So that might be in a moment where you really need to be able to choose one or the other. But because if you're doing one heart or head, then it's like, well, I'm doing a heart-only playthrough, and there's 2 head options, so all I can do is say nothing, and that say nothing could end up killing your character. So that can happen too when you're doing playthroughs like that with these games. But thanks for that too. Yeah, it definitely is great progress.
I'll put in a request for air support to be on standby.
Our birds can fly low under the radar. The site is in the Zagros Mountains, so we'll have plenty of ground cover.
We go dark until weapons are secured. If we don't break radio sounds within 24 hours, CENTCOM will mount a rescue operation.
A lot of shit can go down in 24 hours.
I'll quit being a bitch.
I'm just saying, that's all.
This is why we went to war. This is what gets us out of bed every morning. Make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we stop Saddam from using these weapons. Be ready in 1 hour. Dismissed. Clarice, help me set up the equipment.
I'm on it.
I don't know, man. This don't feel right. I'm getting this tingle down the back of my neck.
Oh, sweetie. Look, good rub down will sort that right out, huh?
I'm serious. I've got a real bad feeling about this.
That's what you get from spending too much time with Eric.
Is there anything you can do?
I'm gonna download the latest satellite data. You can have some alone time with him.
Thank you, Clarice. Eric, we need to talk. There's something I have to tell you.
You should know. It wasn't my decision to take over your operation.
This isn't about us, Eric.
I just want things to go back to the way they were.
How we left it, things weren't so great between us.
We've been through worse. A lot worse.
Nothing has changed, Eric. You know that. You and I, there is no you and I. It's over.
Please, Rach. Don't say that. You're not wearing your wedding ring. Hey, be careful with that.
Oh, shit, sorry. What you got in that box of tricks anyway? The fuck is that?
Ultraviolet light. We use it to sweep for explosives.
Let me have a go.
No. How much longer for that download, Clarice? I need it ASAP.
Is 5 minutes ASAP enough for you? Downloading data now.
Good. I'll check the satellite maps.
Not the greatest bandwidth.
We work with what we have.
Can you sign this 1348?
Huh?
Equipment release form. Can you...
Oh, sure.
Check all equipment, then check it again.
Yeah, I hear you.
Terry, you haven't played anything this month. The game you want to play comes out on Halloween. You pre-ordered it? Oh, very nice. So what is the game? Dr. Darling, there is no command for the current playthrough. There is not, no. But everyone has to survive. That's what the Golden Path. It's the name of the trophy. Terry, you're not wearing your wedding ring. Bro, y'all ain't together. Eric is an absolute manipulator. Dragon Age the Valguard. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I think you were talking about that game last time, yeah. But yeah, that's true. Yeah, they split up before they came here, I think. Dr. Darling was about to suggest killing both Eric and his wife as C4. Nah, in this playthrough, they have to survive, so yeah.
Back in HG, flashbang, Willie Pete. Nick, you hear what I said?
Yeah. High X, flashbangs, white phosphorus. Yeah, I heard.
Good. Stay focused.
What the hell do we need this crap for? We need to be mobile.
We need to be prepared. The facility is underground, possibly under construction. It's safer this way.
You want me to feel safe? You give me some more shooters.
So, you're my technician. I've heard about you.
I should fucking hope so. I'm here to keep our gear in check. And if any Iraqis pop their heads up, I'll take them clean fucking off.
You seem pretty confident, Corporal. If you need any assistance with the climbing gear, I'm here to help.
Sure, I'll manage, Colonel. Climbing gear. Fucking pencil pusher.
Wicked, you're here waiting for Red Dead Redemption coming for PC finally. It's so good that it is. I won't be playing the PC version because my laptop wouldn't even run it. But I've got the Xbox 360 version. But I want to get the PlayStation version because that way I can stream directly from the console without having to worry about any other things that could interfere with the frame rate and stuff. Terry, they're still legally married, but they've been separated for over a year. Rachel didn't get together with Nick until 3 weeks before this, so it's not like she cheated on him. They literally aren't together, yet Eric has the audacity to shame her for not wearing her ring. Like, sir, where do you store all of this audacity? Yeah, well, that's fair enough, too. Yeah. I guess it was just too hard for them to, say these things beforehand.
You think we'll bag Chemical Ali at this facility?
If he's in the vicinity, we'll get him.
That almost makes it worth the risk.
Almost.
Well, I'd still rather be sitting behind a desk. If shit hits the fan, at least we can rely on air support to dig us out.
I'm sure it won't come down to that.
You seem confident.
You seem surprised. Is this what I think it is?
WP, sir.
White phosphorus?
It's just for popping smoke, that's all.
These are only to be used for cover. Understood?
Understood.
After all, Saddam is the one who's breaking weapons conventions, not us.
Nice. I was hoping for that. Manny Sherman executed. Killer uncooperative during final hours. Convicted serial killer Manny Sherman was executed by lethal injection at 12:30 a.m. Friday at the Southwest State Penitentiary. Sherman was sentenced to death in 1999 following a trial in which he was convicted of killing 13 women dating back to the 1970s. It is believed there may be more victims, but Sherman has refused to cooperate with the police. Despite his notoriety and a growing campaign calling for his sentence to be reduced to life imprisonment, no further appeal was made by Sherman's lawyer. Sherman died shortly after the lethal cocktail of drugs was injected into his arms. He refused a final meal and declined to give a statement to the victims' families. Details of what will happen to Sherman's remains have not been released to the public. That's referencing a character that we hear about in The Devil in Me, the game that's after this one. American overseas. Mission accomplished. President Bush declares end of hostilities in Iraq. Manny Sherman executed. Killer uncooperative during final hours. I like these little nods to future games in the Dark Pictures series that they put, and also references back to other things from the previous ones too. And then that way, no matter which game in the Dark Pictures series people play first, there's like a two-way reference that happens. So you can play this first and then you see that about Manny Sherman. I mean, you can play Devil in Me first and then you play this and see that.
Download's complete.
Let's get to the helos.
What?
What?
You want to ask me something? I can tell by that look on your face.
What do you think of him?
I take it you're talking about the skipper? He's a hard ass and he wants us to know it. But I ain't bothered by that. I like it, actually.
Guy's a corncob off his ass.
Where we're heading, believe me, we're gonna need someone tough in control.
Wicked, this dude reminds you of young Russell Adler from Call of Duty Black Ops. Still haven't played those ones in the Call of Duty series. I've only played Modern Warfare. I've only played Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. The original, that is, not the remake. I mean, yeah, remakes or reboots or whatever they're called. Terry, you've not played any of these, but you've seen several playthroughs. Jacksepticeye is the funniest while playing these, by the way. And her telling him she's with Nick is like, I moved on because you decided to leave. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I've heard of him, but I haven't seen any of his stuff before as well. But yeah, her telling him she's with Nick is like, I moved on because you decided to leave. Hey there, Hermione. It's going well, thank you. How about yourself? Yeah, nah, bro, it was the wind. It's always the wind. Terry, War 4. Cool of Dati. War 4. Nah, bro, Modern Waffle. Modern Waffle 1, Modern Waffle 2, Modern Waffle 3, Modern Waffle 4, Modern Waffle 5, Modern Waffle 6, Modern Waffle 6. I could waffle on for ages, but I'm going to stop. There we go. Did that all in one breath. Air support. Eric agreed to bring close air support on the mission. Until death, Rachel told Eric that their marriage was over. The Ancient One, Balathu, was the last to die in the temple catacombs. Hermione, not too great. Been sick for almost a week now. Finally somewhat better. Cries. Oh, that really sucks, Hermione. That really does. I hope that you'll get 100% better soon. Terry, Ghosts is your favorite Call of Duty game. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's a series that I tried Call of Duty 3, but that was after playing Modern Warfare 1 for the first time. And so I feel like maybe the one that came out after Call of Duty 3 felt more polished in a way. And then I just played the Modern Warfare trilogy and that was it. But I haven't played any of the other ones since then. Nah, bro, you're waffling. Exactly. Waffling on. Hermione should be at work, but currently recuperating. I don't blame you, Hermione. That's for sure. And I'm sure you've heard the news now, but it's so cool that they're doing remasters of Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6 as well. I was very happy to see. Sheila, you have a feeling that Balatu isn't dead yet. Me too, Sheila. Me too. It's quite interesting how they work it. And it's just really creepy when you find out later about how long time has passed. Terry also likes Simon's games because he's the reason the Ghost Squad exists. Never heard of that before. Hermione, the upside is you can hang here with you guys for some time, guilt-free. Oh, absolutely, Hermione. You know, it's good to see you in chat again. And yeah, it's a shame that you haven't been feeling well, but hopefully you're going to be 100% soon. You beat me to it. You're going to ask me if I'd heard the news regarding Tomb Raider 4 to 6 remastered. Oh yeah, it's just so good, you know. And I'm looking forward to not only comparing the locations in the old graphics and the new, but also the bug fixing, like that bug in Chronicles where the android is in the final few levels, and if the water's already there, you know that the glitch has happened. And if you've got a save that is near there, it doesn't matter. If you reload the save, the glitch will still be active. I hope they fix that because that is a really annoying bug. It's happened to me in the last playthrough I did for my annual series run of Chronicles. Wicked, you have only played COD World at War. Still have CD somewhere. Oh yeah, because was that the one in Vietnam? Or I might be thinking of different franchise. Enter Selim, my favorite character. Selim Othman, Lieutenant Iraqi Ground Forces, stubborn, courageous.
Zain! And a gate! Zain?
Highgate University Shield, Mr. Zain Othman, 112 Badra Mandali Kut, Iraq, March 3rd, 2003. Application number J03/0342. Dear Zain, the board has approved your application for admission to Highgate University to read Mythology, Bachelor of Arts in academic year 2003 to 2004, which commences on September 2nd, 2003. This offer is conditional upon your agreement to fulfill the following requirements, failing which the university will deregister you from the course of study offered. A. Completion of your college studies to the projected AAB standard of grades. Obtaining a student's visa from the UK Home Office. We understand the current world events may create complications for your visa application and relocation to the United Kingdom. I assure you that the faculty will assist in and support your visa application in every way. For over 120 years, Highgate University has helped talented young individuals from all walks of life achieve personal success, allowing them to thrive in the educational and professional world. We look forward to embarking on your own journey to success. Sincerely, Andrew McAllister, Director of Admissions. You've achieved something that nobody in this family has before. I'm so proud of you, Zane. Now go bag that grade. Love always, Dad.
Araf.
Sheila, you never really played the old Tomb Raider games. You guess you will wait for a sale on the remake for 1 to 3 and then 4 to 6 later. What games are you missing then if you have the reboot trilogy? So if you've got the reboot trilogy, then you've got the first 6 entries that have gotten the remasters recently. Then you've got Tomb Raider Legend, Anniversary, and Underworld as well. Legend came first, and it's the first reboot actually of the series because they changed Lara's backstory in that one first. And then Anniversary is a remake of Tomb Raider 1, but is also a prequel to Legend. And then Underworld finishes off that trilogy. And then that's where the trilogy that you already have, Sheila, actually begins with the 2013 game. Terry Salim is the epitome of, I only came to the party because my mom made me. Exactly. Yep. He's just like, look, I just want to live my life. I just want to, be with my son. I just want to support him, in his future. That's all I want to do. And they're like, no, yeah, come with us. You need to do this. Bierwin sounds like you. It's like, I'm just going to stay here. So you definitely read that as February 9th, 2003, because we write our dates as month, day, year. Yeah, it's interesting, the differences like that as well. You have the numbers without the th or the erd on the end as well, where it's just like, February 9 and that kind of stuff.
كويس أوي.
Happy birthday, Zane. My boy is becoming a man. Love always, Dad. Nice one, Dr. Darling. Thomas Zane, almost. Almost. Or Thomas Sane. Terry Salim is a very mature and smart character, and he was written really well. He really was. And the last playthrough I did of this, though, unfortunately, he didn't make it, and I was so upset. I was like, ah.
زين؟
That's all good, Terry. No worries at all. You must awaken your youngest uterus eviction and your husband. Be right back. No trouble at all, Terry. See you when you get back. Hermione, you never played any of these games before, but they look cool. What are they about, and how many are there? You could have called just read up on it, but it's more fun to hear about it from you. Oh yeah, Hermione, that's definitely no trouble at all. Yeah, so Supermassive Games are behind the Dark Pictures series, and you don't have to play them in order if you don't want to. It's not like one game continues on where the previous one left off. So each one is an individual story, but you have this character called the Curator, and he's kind of like the host, if you will, and he's the constant between each game, and they all play very, very similar. Um, the next one after this does add some extra stuff that wasn't in the previous ones. But yeah, if you like games like this, I don't know if you've played Until Dawn, the original that is. Supermassive also did that game as well. They also did a horror game called The Quarry, and this one in particular is set during 2003, and there's like this underground temple that they find, and these games have a lot of really cool references to different horror stuff as well. Like there's references to movies like The Exorcist, and there's references to franchises like Silent Hill, for example, and all that kind of stuff in the previous game that I just finished. Nah, bro, why do wooden doors opening sound like a dry fart? I don't know, nah, bro. It's funny that though, isn't it? Maybe that's what they recorded as the sound. Hermione, no, not played Until Dawn, but seen some gameplay. Looks gruesome. Oh yeah, Hermione. In my most recent playthrough of the original, I actually wanted to kill every single character off. And yeah, there's definitely some brutal deaths and stuff. HP Lovecraft. I mean, quite possibly. I'm like, with HP Lovecraft stuff, unless it's really obvious, it's a bit hard for me to pick up as well, because I don't really know his works very much. It's more I've played and seen stuff that's based on his stuff, like John Carpenter's horror movie In the Mouth of Madness, for example. That's very heavily influenced and inspired by HP Lovecraft stuff as well. And it's got elements like you got a detective who is hired, to investigate, and there's like this ancient horror that has lived in the shadows that is being brought forth, and all that kind of stuff. Hermione, oh, you should pick up some Lovecraft short story collections. Yeah, it'd be interesting, because in terms of horror stuff, I've read William Peter Blatty because he wrote The Exorcist, so I've read that novel. But aside from that, and Bram Stoker, I've read his Dracula novel. Aside from those two, the only horror author that I've read heaps of is Stephen King. Not everything that he's done, but mainly the big ones like The Stand and also The Shining and Pet Sematary, Carrie and Misery and Christine, as well as It and what else? Well, I've read a lot of his short stuff like Salem's Lot and 1408 and The Mist, things like that. Hermione, a lot of his stories are pretty short and the writing is great. Dracula is still on your to-be-read list. Yeah, it's definitely interesting, Hermione, that novel. Up until that point, I had only actually seen the 1992 adaptation of Dracula. You should read more King, just started the Dark Tower series. Yeah, what I like about him, and obviously there would be other writers in the world who can do this, but one of the things I like about him is you can take the novel, for example, like The Shining, and then take a novel like The Stand, and it's almost like two different authors wrote those books. There's definitely King-isms and all that kind of stuff, but I like how he switches things up a bit with how he writes certain things. Terry, you read a lot of King. You should read The Dome. Never read that one? Yeah, that's another one I hadn't read. That's for sure. I saw a little bit of that series that they did on it, but I don't know how faithful that was or not. Ancient Mesopotamia Mythology, Dr. Shokwi Amanat.
ولسه ما كبرش من الخرافات دي.
The heavens were no place for mortals. The Sumerians believed that the sky was formed of a configuration of domes, each hewn from a different precious stone. The outermost dome embodied An, the god of the sky. The middle dome was home to the gods of heaven, and the lowermost dome was the abode of the stars. The number of domes varied between 3 and 7. The number 7 itself had magical properties and recurs frequently throughout Mesopotamian myth. 7 demons, 7 thrones, 7 spirits, and the 7 gates of the underworld. To the Sumerians, the stars and planets each had their own deities. Utu was the sun. Nana, later altered as Suen or Sin, was the moon. Nergal was ascribed to Mars, Nabu to Mercury, Marduk to Jupiter, Inanna to Venus, and Ninurta to Saturn. The heavens were truly the abode of the divine, and the earth below was given to humans. No soul could travel upwards in this world view. Instead, they were confined to their earthly domain, even in death. It is no wonder that the Sumerians were among the world's first astronomers. They charted the positions of stars, identified planets, and plotted the movement of constellations. Although surviving records from the period are incomplete, it is now widely believed that the discoveries of Mesopotamian astronomy were passed on to the Western world and formed the basis of the classical Grecian sky maps. Chapter 6. The Ancient Mesopotamian Underworld. In ancient belief, the world was made of earth, sea, and sky, and enclosed in a box of imperishable tin. The underworld, known as Kur, or the House of Ashes, was where people went when they died. Souls were led to a cavern deep underground, where they endured a shadowed existence. Here the only drink was dust, and the only food was clay. There was no light, only darkness. There were no rewards or punishments for deeds done in life. Instead, a soul's comfort was determined by their burial. As the dead were often buried under or near the home, daily sacrifices of food and drink were made to the spirits of the departed. Family members who poured wine into a dead person's grave would quench their thirst in the House of Ashes. The message to the living was to live well, be buried richly, and have many descendants who would supply food and drink in the afterlife for years to come. The dead could return to the earth as ghosts to punish those descendants who did not leave offerings of food and drink to them. Vengeful ghosts could inflict misfortune and sickness on the living, and maladies such as headaches, stomach pains, fever, and mental disorders could be attributed to ghosts. Mesopotamian healers ascribed many illnesses to the action of ghosts, while others were caused by gods or demons. I would love a horror game that delves into myths like this and stuff. I mean, yes, this is a horror game that delves into this, but I mean to say, like, a horror game that deals with myths like this, but is actually focused directly on the gods and goddesses and the demons and the ghosts and all that kind of stuff as well. Kind of like, I guess, I'm thinking of a mix between the game Call of Cthulhu and an open world kind of thing. But anyway. Hermione only read The Shining around 2015. You remember liking it? Yeah, I like that novel too. And it's interesting the moments where Danny imagines things coming to life, like the fire hose of the hydrant in the hotel and stuff. Brutus, Under the Dome is a great book until the end. The end was just weird. Oh, was it, Brutus? That's annoying when that happens. Terry, the series was okay, not as good as the book, and left a lot out. Dude, the end was weird, but not as weird as a woodchuck having his own chapter. Yeah, definitely don't remember anything of the show. Dr. Darling, why don't you remember this book at all? Maybe because it was your first Dark Pictures game and didn't know the UI. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, that can happen though. Like, there's definitely games like this where I've gone, I didn't notice that before. Terry, also fair. Can you talk about this picture of a goddess that looks like a harpy? Never actually noticed, to be honest. Hermione, this is very interesting. You wonder if this is a real book. That's a good question. It'd be cool if it was. Because this kind of stuff really interests me. You know, different cultures and their versions of, like, the underworld and spirits and ghosts and demons and all that kind of stuff. Terry, Wings, Clawed Feet, The Shining and Doctor Sleep are a duality. That's right, I forgot about that novel. Yeah, I read Doctor Sleep as well. But yeah, Wings and Clawed Feet. Oh yeah. Hermione, and your diction is very good, Rod. You have a pleasant reading voice. Well, thank you, Hermione. Thank you. Sometimes it's difficult because there's some words I come across and I think, damn it, I've heard this word said before, but I can't remember how it's pronounced. Or I'll try and, attempt to pronounce things. Like, what word was it? Or name, if I go up here. Like the word kur. Like, when I was going to say that, I was thinking, is it kua or kua? Terry, very demure, very harpy. Doesn't that word have a different meaning now as well? Or maybe it had the same meaning, I don't know. I remember in the movie Total Recall, where Arnie's character was asked what type of woman he wanted in his dream, or his sort of like fantasy vacation and all that kind of stuff. And I think demure was one of the words, but I never ever looked it up. And Hey Cody, good afternoon. Welcome on in. I hope you're going well. Hermione, you too, also interested in religions and mythologies. That's why you loved the mythological DLCs from the 3 AC RPG games. Yeah, seeing how different interpretations as well get used too. That's also fun. Terry, wish you'd gotten to go to college for mythological studies. Yeah, that would definitely be something interesting to study. It was funny in school, like I had an interest in history, but I think at the time I was put off just by the simple fact of like, reading all the information. Whereas what really got me interested enough to pay attention was seeing documentaries and stuff. Like even when I was really young, whenever there'd be a documentary about Egypt or something, I used to, I would definitely want to watch it. And I remember too, when I was even older, like, probably around 10 or 11, and I was watching those like documentaries that talk about the end of the world and, all that kind of stuff, Revelations and all that, that kind of stuff interested me too, as well. Cody trying to throw off his cold, but other than that, you're peach. Well, I hope it goes away very soon for you, Cody. That's for sure. It's annoying though when it just keeps on hanging on too. But I'm doing well, playing House of Ashes, which in this playthrough I want to have everyone survive. Peachy, you meant? That's all right, Cody. That's all right. Well, that's good that you're going peachy. Otherwise, Terry, also love the amount of history and mythology used in the Assassin's Creed games, while they still try to be as historically accurate as possible. Yeah, like the thing with Assassin's Creed is it's never been 100% IRL one-to-one accurate with every single aspect of everything, but they used to try their best to be historically accurate as much as they could, where they could, but ultimately, like anything that uses, like the Indiana Jones movies or the Tomb Raider games, taking things and adding your own twist to it, to add to the fantastical or fictional side of stuff as well. And that's the thing I like too, that mixture of historical versus fiction, taking liberties with history, to create the fiction and the fantasy of stuff, Like, it is cool to learn about history through the AC series, because obviously there's database entries in a lot of the games where the information is about the actual, thing. Cheers, Cody. Thank you, dude.
يا رب يا زين تاني. يا هبل. الو انا سليم. سليم جاركون ابو زين.
طبعا رجعت؟
ايوه رجعت. هو زين مع هو زين مع ابنك؟
طارق.
ايوه طارق، هما مع بعض.
راحوا ياخدوا الاتوبيس بقالهم ساعة. كله بخير؟
لا كله تمام. اصله كان عيد ميلاده وانا جبت له هديه.
دينية كويسة.
لما يرجع ابعتهولي حالا.
ما اقدرش اقول امتى هيجوا، انت عارف الولاد.
اي وقت ابعتهولي لو سمحتي.
طبعا.
لا يا ديني، مش دلوقتي. كابتن بصري اهلا.
يا ملازم، لازم نتحرك على طول.
انت بتقول ايه سعادتك؟
العدو جاي يا سليم، العدو جاي علينا دلوقتي.
العدو؟ ايه يا فندم، الحرب خلصت خلاص وخسرنا.
لا ده كلام فارغ، محدش اتسلم. العدو جاي ودي ارضنا واحنا لازم نتعرب ليها.
شايفينهم؟ مطلوب تأكيد.
يلا شوف جايين علينا. بقول لك احنا محتاجين كل راجل في مكانه لحسن طيارتهم توصل عندنا.
ما اقدرش اعمل ده يا فندم، ابني محتاجني.
ده امر يا جندي مش طلب، ده واجب عليك.
فهمت. هرجع البيت قريب. خلاص يا دار، دي آخر مهمة.
Coyote 2, this is Mailman 2-1 actual. We're on approach and ready to go dark. Over.
Copy, Mailman 2-1 actual. Air support is on standby.
Roger that. Over.
We're here if you need us. See you on the other side. All call signs, silence, silence, silence. Coyote 2, out.
Getting face on, boys. We're coming in fast.
Hey, Marwin. What's your mama and the Bermuda Triangle have in common?
Why don't you fucking enlighten me?
They both swallow Marines.
Yeah, that's pretty good, boy. Hey, look, your mama's so nasty. I called her for phone sex, now I got a fucking ear infection.
Well, damn. How long you been sitting on that one?
Oh, yeah, you like that? I got a shit ton more of those bad boys lined up.
Yeah, that's what your mama said.
You two want to cut the bullshit and focus on the mission?
Hey, only one place I let a woman boss me around like that, all right? And that's between the sheets.
I'm surprised your mom lets women into your bedroom. Don't want her getting jealous now.
Damn, Rachel.
Hey, the fuck y'all laughing at?
Sergeant K, I need you to establish contact with the AWACS CP on 4-hour intervals. Sergeant K, are you with me?
Yeah, I got it. Contact CP every 4 hours.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm straight.
What's going on in there?
Just some shit I gotta work through, man. It's all good. I'm chill.
We got your back, Nikki. No matter what.
I know it.
Make sure you do. Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
Semper Fi? What's that, some kind of Boy Scout thing?
It's a Marine thing. It means always loyal.
So what, it's supposed to be lucky?
Marines have a boatload of superstitions.
Hit me with one.
Alright, check it out. They say to never look back when you're disembarking the helo. Otherwise you curse the whole team.
That's gotta be about the stupidest thing I have ever heard.
Yeah, well maybe. But as I see it, why take a chance?
Eyes forward at all times. You look backwards in a war zone. It's no wonder you get your ass shot off.
We're good to go, Marines. It's what we were sent here to do, and may God be my witness. We're gonna succeed.
Amen to that, brother. Hoorah! Hoorah!
ما يغوبوش على العين.
كابتن،
بص هناك.
يعني صحن الخنازير بيطيروا.
دول هيهبطوا.
اختاروا نفسكم يا رجاله.
Joey! How the fuck did she have to go and do that? الأمريكان! العساكر الأمريكان جم!
Sir, we've been made! Awaiting orders!
Fan out and hold fire. We're gonna psyops this shit.
احنا الامريكان. احنا الجيش الامريكاني. ارفعوا ايديكم وشوفوا. مش عاوزين نأذيكم.
Down! Down! On your face now!
Hands behind your back!
Clear! Compound is secure. Prisoners are playing ball.
Roger. Get Corporal Merwin and pop yellow smoke at the LZ and bring in the Colonel.
Come on, game. Are you serious? It's glitched again? What the fuck? Ah. Geez, I don't know. Fuck me for pressing a button that you press to go into, like, a different screen. Like, bloody hell. Ah. Now I've got to end the fucking stream again. And then start another stream. Jesus fucking Christ, Sony. Fix your fucking shit. Xbox. Years ago fixed this shit. Your game crashes when you're streaming on Xbox. It's all good. The stream will keep going until you fix your game up. Sony's like, fuck you. We're not going to do that. Fuck, it pisses me really fucking right off. So the first part of this playthrough was 40 minutes long because a fucking glitch happened where I had to shut the game down. And now an hour and 15 minutes into this fucking part, the same fucking kind of shit happens, except it fucking freezes on this screen. Fucking hell, this playthrough will be fucking 20 parts long. Fucking 20 minutes each by the time this fucking thing fixes itself. Jesus fucking Christ.